Do I have this right that Dungeon World is like Monster of the Week? It's the same
Yeah.
basic system.
Same rule system. Yeah. Works pretty. I mean, there's some like twists and different things to it, but it's the same basic concept. Like your roll is always 2d6 plus an attribute, and 2 through 6 is a failure, 7 through 9 is yes but, and 10 through 12 is good success. Super straightforward. And you get moves that let you do different things.
Yeah, right. I remember
And that's
that.
what distinguishes the different types of the classes in this. Did you get the playbooks, Damon?
Yeah, I gave it a really quick scan.
Oh yeah,
Really quick.
you don't
I'm
need to
like,
know nothing.
this looks an awful lot like Dungeons and Dragons. Not surprising. Although I love that some of the reference, like Zuko's thing, like someone liked Avatar.
Oh, is that what that's from? I haven't
Yep.
watched Avatar, but yeah, that's the
The Immolator.
Because yeah, I had a long campaign of this, and yeah, there was Zuko style.
I would say right now I wanted the Immolator, but then I thought, if Damon sees this, he's gonna go, "Oh, Immolator." But
you know what? I almost did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm thinking Druid.
Ooh.
I went thief because Jenny's not here, and Jenny always takes the thief. So this time I'm stealing it.
Okay. So you've picked your play sheets. Okay. So you chose your class. That is step 1. So now many of you will have a choice of race. So right under where it says name at the top of your sheet, you'll have the option of like fighter has dwarf, elf, halfling, or human. You'll have like usually 2 to 3 options. So druid has elf, human, or halfling.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play human.
I'm going human too.
All right. So you can mark that, and then you can choose a name if you want from the list, or you could make up a separate name.
Right.
I'm going to be Tommy Tinglefingers.
Is that one of the ones they option?
That's Tome.
Tommy Tinglefingers. Excellent. Damon?
I haven't really thought about it much. Harold.
My eyesight's so bad. I keep thinking that the second name here under human is Skank, and I is it Shark? I don't know. Never mind. I'm Tommy Tinglefingers.
All right. Shank. It's Shank.
Oh, Shank.
Okay. Now you choose your look. You pick one each from body, eyes, hair, and clothes. You can choose one of the offered ones or throw in something else. You could be a lithe-bodied, criminal-eyed, cropped-haired, dark-clothed thief. I'm looking down that list now.
I'm going to be a knobby-bodied, shifty-eyed, messy-haired, dark-clothed thief. Okay. For those of you in Dublin, for the rest of the world, I shall be a thief.
Messy hair, bright eyes, and practical leathers. Excellent. Okay, now we go to stats. So you've got your 6 D&D stats, and you can see right there it says assign those scores to your stats. So one of them you're going to put a 16, a 15, a 13, and so on. And then those are the numbers, and then it shows you the modifiers. So your good stat at 16, your die rolls are going to have a +2. Your 15 is going to have a +1, and so on. Your 8 stat, you'll actually have a 2d6 -1 roll on that one.
Does the 16, etc., go in the circle or above?
The 16 the number goes in the circle, and then the plus or minus goes next to the word.
Speaking Monster of the Week, why are they using these big numbers? Why not just the bonuses? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because as you get experience, you bring up the stat, and eventually that flips over the modifier.
I see. I tell you, people just really love their Gygax, don't they?
I know.
It's so set in stone. It's kind of weird to me.
That's true. It is pretty much redundant.
Like everybody does the 3d6. Everybody. I don't know what stats I'm supposed to use here for this. Like, is it like D&D where I know which ones are like super useful for me?
So Druid, I think you're gonna. We'll look at your moves actually for Druid, and it'll tell you. Hold on, I'm scrolling back up to Druid because I was on Teeth.
Starting moves.
On the soil. So your shapeshifter, you're going to roll plus wisdom, and that's a move you start with automatically.
All right, and these other moves.
Some of them don't require rolls at all. There's a roll plus wisdom. Yeah, so some of your optional moves that you'll get as you level up would be wisdom as well. So yeah, So a lot of the stuff, the things you'd assume for D&D probably hold true here.
All right,
yeah.
so we'll assume wisdom here. This is going to be my biggie.
Do you want to hear what we're picking then, or?
Sure.
Okay, I went with 16 dexterity for my thief.
Makes sense.
And then a 15 intelligence, 13 charisma. So those are all the pluses. I got a +2 dexterity, +1 intelligence, +1 charisma. Then I went with a 12 on constitution, which is just a 0, no modifier. And then a 9 on wisdom with a no modifier, and an 8 on strength with a -1. That seems like a thief to me.
Sure.
I'm distributing my swords right now to make a system of government.
Oh, and also my alignment here. Normally I would
Nice.
not pick chaotic, but the description is leap into danger without a plan. So I'm going chaotic.
Okay. And how did you assign yours, Damon?
Well, I guess I'm not going to be all that smart. Okay, this is really what this is coming down to, or that charismatic.
Smart for city folk,
right? Who needs that stuff? I'm just going down the list. I've got 13 strength, 12 dexterity, 15 constitution, 9 intelligence, 16 wisdom, and 8 charisma.
All right, the uncharismatic druid. Okay, then modifiers. You can plop into that spot there.
Yeah.
Maximum hit points. Your maximum hit points is equal to your class's base hit points. So we're looking up into the center here. There's armor, and then there's hit points.
Yep.
So druid says 6 plus your constitution score, not bonus.
So it's 6 for me too.
6 plus whatever your constitution is. And again, not your constitution modifier, your constitution score.
Oh.
Right. So 6 plus 15,
Ew.
so 21.
Wow.
Okay, mine's 18. That's not bad.
Now we choose your starting moves. Now you don't really you get all of the ones on your first page there, Damon.
Yes, I do.
So do I.
Oh, you do too. You do have a choice to make though, Damon. Born of the Soil, you have to choose what landscape you are a druid of.
Right.
And you would check off on race if you haven't already. Check off human, which gives you a unique ability for that for both of you.
That's right.
And thief, do you have any choices to make on your starting ones?
No, I don't believe so.
You on poisoner, you choose one of those poisons.
Oh, so I do. Excuse me.
Oh, let's just do the Great Forest. Why not?
Sure. Classic druid.
Classic, exactly. As much as the Stinking Mire sounds pretty awesome.
Okay, so that's starting moves.
I'm going to go with Serpent's Tears. Anyone dealing damage to the target rolls twice and takes the better result.
Okay. So you want to ingest that right away. Then Colin did this already. You choose your alignment and it's your chaotic. You only have whatever options are on the page, but it's standard chaotic, neutral, lawful, good, evil. No corner ones, chaotic, evil, and things like that. But the sub line in there is actually more important in some ways because that when you live up to that in the course of an adventure, it gives you an experience point. So if Column leaps into danger without thinking or whatever that was.
Yeah, I could do evil, shift danger or blame from yourself to someone else. But that could be very annoying with two of us.
All right, my alignment's going to be neutral, eliminate an unnatural menace.
That sounds good.
And then what am I supposed to do for the sub thing?
Oh, it gives you that. So the sub thing is eliminate an unnatural menace. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Next, this will be on page 2, I believe, for everybody. Your starting gear. You start, Damon, with some token of your land and describe it. And then you can see on your sheet, there's choose your defenses. You pick one of those two, hide, armor, or wooden shield. Your armament, help us out here, column. Shillelagh. Staff. Or
I get one of those, not two.
Yeah. You get one defense, one armament, and then one of the miscellaneous stuff underneath that.
Got it.
And you can check those off. Adventuring gear is kind of cool because it's just like, oh, I need chalk to mark on the wall. I tick off a use. Oh, I need a pole or a rope or something like that. You just check off your adventuring
That's
gear instead of
interesting.
specifying. Yeah. And then your gear for a thief, it gives you dungeon rations, leather armor, and then 3 uses of the poison of your choice that you chose.
Right.
10
Oh, so
coins,
that's their
and then you have a
prosperity.
few choices: your arms, your ranged weapon, and your miscellaneous.
Oh, a dagger and a short sword. Okay, I'm going to go with the dagger and the short sword.
What's halfling pipe leaf do for me? And or poultices and herbs.
I believe halfling pipe leaf. Oh, here, poultices and herbs. When you carefully treat someone's wounds with poultices and herbs, heal them of 7 damage and expend a use. And halfling pipe leaf. When you share a pipe leaf with someone, expend 2 uses and take a +1 forward to parley with them. So that's like a social
Oh,
interaction.
that's kind of neat. Well, that's
Yeah.
not going to be for me. Poultices and herbs.
That makes sense. That's very druidy.
I went with the dagger and short sword, and the ragged bow and the bundle of arrows, and the adventuring gear.
Cool. Now, briefly introduce your characters to the rest of the party. I know this can be pretty brief. So, Colin, you go first.
I'm Tommy Tinglefingers, which I'm greatly regretting. I haven't put any thought into this yet, Rob. I wasn't
Oh, okay.
expecting this.
Oh, that's okay. But you can describe your look.
Oh yeah, well, I'm this knobby-bodied, shifty-eyed, messy-haired, dark-clothed little turd of a thief.
Excellent. And then
I am
Damon.
chaotic and unpredictable and wildly untrustworthy.
Excellent.
Go team!
You've got dressed in practical leathers, a bright-eyed, messy-haired druid by the name of Harold.
Okay, now we do bonds. So you'll each pick a bond for the other one. So, like,
Oh, I
I've
remember
already
this.
picked mine. Harold.
It's one of my favorite things.
Harold
about
knows
this.
incriminating details about me. Or
okay.
or Harold and I have a con running. Oh, let's go with that.
All right.
We have a con going. Oh, let's see. Where are these? Where are these?
Druids.
On the
It's-
first page, middle section.
Yeah, to the right under
On the right.
alignment. There's bonds.
Yeah, Harold the Druid and I have
Oh,
a con going.
So you're going to
I
fill
like
in
that.
Tommy on one of those options.
That's Tome.
Yes.
Tommy, huh?
Oh, I love the idea of a druid and a thief having a con going.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
We got to get everybody else on board here, Rob, because this will bring in the monster of the week crowd.
What's the bond you chose for me again? I know something.
No, I thought it was going to be incriminating details, but instead, you and I have a con going.
All right. In that case,
we are running some kind of con.
In that case, Tommy has tasted my blood and I theirs. We are bound by it.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, so are we assuming that Harold is like an enthusiastic participant in the con, or just backing up Tommy because you're blood brothers?
I think just backing up Tommy because we're blood brothers.
You're a neutral alignment, yeah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, there is no lawful. It's just chaotic, neutral, and evil.
Well, no,
okay.
those are the options you have.
Oh,
so like
I
a
have, 'cause
paladin,
I'm
I
a
believe
thief.
a paladin
Okay.
could choose lawful or good.
Okay. Yeah, well, if there's no paladins in this group, thank
Apparently
no.
not.
Thank you very much.
That would be stupid.
Okay, that's character creation. It's just that easy.
That was a lot of fun. That's good.
Very simple. I like that about this game
I
so
like
much.
it a lot. I like it a lot.
So I was thinking we could just run kind of, a room or two of a mini and have an encounter or two to see how the rules work. I don't have like a really long, elaborate plot
Bring it.
plotted out or anything. So, what is the nature of your con? I guess.
Ah, come on.
Fake marriages. The old Cincinnati flim flam.
It's got to be some kind of
Alternative supplements.
some kind of spectacle diversion and
You know what? I love the idea of being snake oil salespeople.
pickpocketing. Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
selling snake oil, and meanwhile you're grifting.
Yes. I'm the guy in the crowd. I'm the plant in the crowd who is also grifting the crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, we're snake oil salesmen. But what are we selling?
I mean, you name it, right? Like, how about, gosh, I don't know. I mean, maybe, love potions.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be like some bone powder of some fabulous creature that
Yeah.
increases virility in men.
Exactly. Yeah. Love potions, sexual aids, that kind of
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. That'll do. That's what we're doing. We're gearing
then-
towards gullible men.
And I assume that you one object that you're trading for might be, since you are also adventurers, just by the kind of the terms of the game, you might be grifting people for treasure maps and things like that.
Oh hell yeah!
Is that
Yeah.
fair to say?
Yeah, yeah.
And
The richer it is, the better.
and presumably you wear out your welcome in communities from time to time and want to spend time out in the wilderness doing things other than grifting
You know what?
to let the heat die down.
Just based on this background, I want to change my alignment from neutral to chaotic.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
the chaotic description is destroy a symbol of civilization.
Okay.
And I think that just seems more appropriate to even what I'm starting to think about now. So
Yeah.
Harold is now chaotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs to destroy a symbol of civilization.
I can tell you right now, everybody else is going to want to play this. Just from the character sheets.
Excellent.
And just from these bonds, just those bonds were just so much more fun than Monster of the Week right there.
Yeah, I try to remember the bonds in Monster of the Week.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know they weren't as wacky as this.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't wacky. They weren't necessarily wacky. No. I think
No.
I've still got that around.
I have mine
I
because
have
we have to
mine.
go
I have
back to
Mac.
it.
Yeah, I want to bring Mac back. Well, and I did like the brother and sister
Oh
option.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you guys are between villages and between grifts right now, and in your last one, you very generously, in lieu of payment in coin, took a very sketchy map from a villager
Yeah, we did. Okay.
who said, some old coot had said there was some kind of treasure to be found at this site deep in the woods. And so you have followed the map, and lo and behold, like going through a deep forest with no undergrowth and huge trees overhead, you come up over a rise, and roughly where the treasure map says, carved into the side of a hill, is a set of stairs leading up to double doors, which are actually broken and flung open. So you can peek in. You can't really make out too much detail it's sunny outside, but of course dismal and dim and dark. A long, undisturbed rectangular room leading off at an angle from there. A couple doors across the way and a passage leading off.
You seeing this, Harold?
I'm seeing it.
As I say, the doors are kind of like hanging open partially off of their hinges. They would have been a challenge to open, actually. They're big stone things.
Wow. Somebody might have already taken all the loot.
Yeah, well, I leap into danger without a plan. So Tommy just strolls right up just skips up those steps, and these doors ajar? They do offer
There's enough space, yeah. It's not even a tight squeeze.
I kind of
You can
just
wiggle through, yeah.
stick my head and shoulders in there between the gap in the doors and take a peek.
Okay. Inside, you see crumbled statuary, kind of like some of it's still upright at angles, like human-looking figures, some collapsed and sprawled along the floor. The floor seems like tilted at an angle, like once upon a time it was probably flat, but it seems a bit off kilter now. The doors, though, in opposite you do seem to be intact, wooden doors built in to that southeast wall. You don't immediately hear noises or anything coming from within. There's a lot of wildlife out here, so it seems like something probably would have taken shelter, but you don't smell a guano. It just seems like a dank, dusky, cavernous smell, though clearly it's not natural. This is carved by human or something hands.
Well, Harold?
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm ready to I'd like to head towards should we head towards the southeast to to the first of these doors?
Yeah,
I'd like to keep to you were describing the floor was kind of like raised.
It's like slanted.
Yeah, is it like slanted in like one direction, or is it just generally like misshapen?
Oh, like the Wisco floor? No, it's all slanted in one direction.
Okay.
Let's pause and take a look at rules. So you've got your particular character moves. These are general moves available to everyone. Hack and slash, when you attack an enemy in melee, you roll plus strength. Volley, when you do a ranged attack, roll plus dex. Parlay, you can try to manipulate people or whatever with charisma. Defy danger is a nice catch-all. When you try to do something despite an imminent threat or suffer a calamity, you say how you do it. So I'm going to try to withstand the crushing force of the river and walk upstream. That might be constitution. I'm going to try to dart from rock to rock. Why, that might be dexterity, and so on. Defend, you are standing in defense of a person, item, or location under attack. That's with constitution. Discern realities. When you closely study a situation or person, you roll plus wisdom. On successes, you get to ask me questions. Spout lore. When you consult your accumulated knowledge about something, you're rolling plus intelligence. So what do I know about whatever is here? Aid or interfere. If you want to help if somebody's about to do something, you can try to aid them with a roll to give them a +1 on their roll, or interfere with somebody with a -2. So those are your basic moves. So, for example, when checking out a new room, somebody might try a discern realities roll.
Yes.
If they want to
Okay.
get
But
crazy.
my wisdom's only 9. What's yours, Harold?
Oh, I'm really good here. That's my highest score.
Okay.
Oh, then I will leave it to the druid.
Yeah, let's try that.
So your roll is 2d6, and then I believe your wisdom bonus is +2.
That's right. Okay, here we go.
Oh, dice.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So 10 through 12 is a good success.
Yeah.
That means on Discern Realities, you get to ask me 3 questions from the list there. So the questions are, what happened here recently? What's about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not as it appears to be? And you can choose those one at a time if you like.
Let's start with what happened here recently.
Okay. So your read on the door and the tilt of the room is you feel like there was some kind of earthquake, seismic. Well, I guess you wouldn't use the word seismic, but at some point in the not too distant past, you believe the earth moved here, tilting this room and perhaps things beyond it in that direction. And that's what cracked the entry doors open. You don't believe they were opened by a previous looter or creature or anything like that.
Okay.
And I'll say what hasn't happened here recently, confirming the lack of smell of guano and things like that. There doesn't appear to be any nature moving in. And as a druid, you'd be paying attention to that. And that seems odd. You know, there are a lot of creatures in the woods that would happily take
I'd say
shelter.
this looks like a good shelter for this random little critters.
Uh-huh.
Where are
or
the
even
chippies?
moderate-sized creatures, yeah.
All
but there are
right.
none within. So that's one of your 3 questions.
Let's start with what should I be on the lookout for?
Okay. You recognize some of these statues. They are lesser gods of a long forgotten religion. You couldn't put a name to them, but you get the genre, kind of. And you know that temples of these kinds of gods often had not necessarily physical traps, but traps of a magical nature, often associated with some of the particular deities.
Okay.
And you got one more question.
What here is not what it appears to be?
What here is not what it appears to be? That is a fine question. The statuary all kind of matches what you would expect here. The room being out of alignment is obviously kind of weird. Those doors on the opposite side, they appear to be just normal, like closet type doors, like and like they'd be storage or cloakrooms or something like that. You suspect that they conceal something more dangerous or possibly even useful.
Yeah.
Or possibly dangerous and useful.
It
Why
could be
not
both valuable and scary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I relay all this, of course, to my close companion, Tommy,
And partner in crime.
my bosom buddy.
The thing that spooks me is that there are no animals in here.
I agree.
And there's no sign of animals in here.
I agree.
Something's appealing to their spooky animal senses.
We should definitely be alert for that.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's go open that door on the southeast end.
Let's see what it is. I agree. I'm most curious.
So if you guys don't mind me throwing possible moves at you, just as we learn the game. One of Damon's tips there was that there are probably traps of some sort in this room.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
I would take that brazier and light up that incense.
I'm having too much. I was having too much fun.
Sure.
Okay. Let me see. I am a trap expert.
There we go.
So I'm going to spend a moment to survey this dangerous area.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a roll plus dex. All right. So that is 2d6 plus my modifier.
Mm-hmm. Of 2, I believe.
Okay.
So you're both playing your strength so far.
And I will have a good look around here. It's a 9.
Okay, so on a 9, you hold 1, and you can spend that hold as you walk through the area to ask one of these questions. Is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it?
Is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it? That's my question.
Yeah, that's all you get. There is indeed a trap here. There is one statue that is actually completely intact. Like clearly when the earth moved, some of them just totally kipped over and cracked on the floor. Some of them through, an arm and a nose here and things like that. There is in the middle, a lot of the figures are more human-like. The intact one, though, has a weird alien monstrous looking face to it, and it is completely intact. What activates the trap appears to be moving too close to that one in the center. So your read on it is by staying to the periphery of it, just kind of going around the outskirts of the room, you would probably avoid activating it.
Harold, I suggest we stick to the outskirts of the room.
Charge straight
Avoid
through.
Activating that trap.
Leroy Jenkins.
You mean this one over here? He says, walking right up to it. No, of course.
Yeah, so we're going to move along that from where we're going in, that western wall, and start just sidling along that wall into just the corner by that southeast door. Sound like a plan?
I like it.
Yep, that's what we do.
Okay, so you make your way around with no trouble. You think you have a pretty good sense on what the periphery that would activate the trap is. It's magic, so it can always be tough to tell. You make your way over to that door. It is a wooden door. It is locked, faded with time. There are carved pictographs, maybe we'd call them, on the door. And as far as you could tell from, do you guys have some, does one of you take something with torches or anything like that? Do you have a light source in here? You're getting, as you get farther away from the door, the light shining in from outside gets
I
less
have
and less
adventuring
useful.
gear, which must include torches.
Yeah. So one of you can mark off a use of adventuring gear for a torch. I think that is right.
Okay.
And it makes all the sense.
That's how that works. It's just generic stuff. Okay, yeah. So I'm using a torch. So I'm down to 4 uses. Okay, so we do have a torch. So you said it's got glyphs on it?
Like pictographs, yeah.
Okay. Harold, do you care to maybe give these a perusal?
This would probably be a spout lore kind of scenario here, which is plus intelligence.
Intelligence, I'm pretty smart, but I got a +1 on intelligence. How smart are you?
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. The cat had tripped my mic up.
I was going to say, okay. I didn't see a mute signal, but it seemed like
clearly not as smart as a cat.
All right. This is what I'm getting at.
My
character is just as smart as I am, which is dim.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should do the spout lore then.
You should probably spout some lore.
It just seemed more druidic.
If it's more like druid stuff, sure, but I don't know if this game is really like it.
Okay, well, give it a go. I'll do a roll plus int. Okay.
Yeah, this is
learning is for city folk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tends to be
Harold doesn't cotton to that book.
Not for 2 men of the wilds such as ourselves.
Right.
2 rugged chaps.
What I'm saying is, you can't trust the elites at their universities. I will not be indoctrinated.
Why is it? I didn't know there'd be socialism. Oh, that's not good. 6.
Okay. You don't recognize these pictographs at all.
Okay.
Like
the door.
And as you are looking, you hear from that open way that seemed along the southwest. Stupid angled room. Along the southwest, you hear a moaning sound emerging from the corridors down that way.
It sounds like
Oh.
zombies.
Guar.
Oh, it's the band Gwar.
Awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. I sit down and prepare myself for an amazing concert.
Tiptoe through the
I get up
tulips.
front. So
I don't know any
covered
Gwar
in
songs, so we'll pretend it's
Okay.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Okay.
But the door remains covered in incomprehensible pictographs.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think we should pay attention to the probably zombies that are coming around the corner, yeah?
Yeah, maybe we should take them on first.
Ignore the door for a moment. Ignore the trap that we won't set off. And I'm assuming that the heavy zombie-like sounds are coming closer.
You don't hear them necessarily coming closer, no. And you don't hear, I mean, it's quiet in here. You don't hear footfalls or flapping or any noise, any other noises accompanying that for the time.
Could they just be moving down in that southwest corridor somewhere down there, and they're unaware of us, and we're just hearing them?
Apparently that's the case. All right.
Possibly.
Well, we could focus on the door, or we could backtrack towards the main entrance there, and then shimmy our way along the back wall there down towards that southwest corridor, if you want.
Yeah, I want to investigate the noise. That's got me a little
Let's do that.
interested.
Okay, so we back up then to the two main doors. We go back along the wall. We shimmied along, so we avoid that trap still.
Okay.
And then we go back along the back wall, as I'm calling it.
Sure.
And we, I don't think we need to look out for anything because I assume our GM has covered all of that in our original questions.
Sure.
So,
you're good until you step into that pit of lava.
Oh, wait! As a kid, though, I played a lot of The Floor is Lava, so I think I'm all right.
we make our way then to the corner, so to the back wall corner by the entrance to that southwest passage.
Okay.
So not into the actual curved passage. Oh fuck! I guess we're going into the curved passage.
I'm throwing you more map than you need, just because that's how I apparently had cut it last time.
Fine.
So
I would say that I would go down we would go down the short, stubby little passageway there first, and take a gander. So that's
so you don't see all of that yet, but so you see that leads out to that curved corridor going to your right and left.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that moan sound again coming from the room to the south. Nothing from the room to the west. This is a curved. Now this was a well-constructed sort of building. Like anybody can cut straight lines like that. These are really well-carved arcs too. I mean, neither of you is a dwarven, miner or anything like that. But
we know dwarves when we see them.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. Or. Yeah, probably dwarvish construction. That kind of makes sense.
We spent many years in the company of the great dwarven lords who showered us with gifts due to Harold's amazing concoctions.
That could well be.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. It's all absolutely true. You can trust us. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to head west to the quiet room?
No, the noisy room.
Okay. The druid leads the way. We are heading south.
Okay. You come to a door, and it is closed, another wooden door leading into a room or whatever, you don't see it yet, leading to the south. What do you do?
I'm deferring to you, Harold.
Why is he the boss all of a sudden?
Yeah, I say this is interesting.
Who's the boss? Because I feel I've been stealing all of the
Give me the choices again. Let me think about this here.
I mean, you can narratively do anything, and then there's the discern realities with wisdom. There's lore, all that stuff.
Just door.
Okay. The door does seem to be locked. Like you gently tug at it. It is not wedged in place, but it is locked.
All right. I turn and raise an eyebrow to my trusty
companion. I'm already getting my lockpicks.
I apologize, Druid. I took away one of your moves right away.
That's no problem.
By saying there's no creatures here. That wasn't my evil plan.
It worked.
All right.
Not a problem.
That was not my intention.
Okay, and I am going to pick locks, which is a roll plus my dex. I have a +2 on my dex.
And that is your tricks of the trade, I believe. Move?
It is, and that is a 12.
Ooh, okay. Tricks of the trade. On a 10 plus, you do it no problem. So you're able to pick it quietly and open it gently and quietly.
Well done.
Thank you.
And peeking in through, so you've got this light that'll be cast into this dark room.
Mhm.
Peeking in, you see a square room. There are some stone open-topped boxes lying around the room, but your attention is drawn to the middle of it. And this thing, it is standing in
Another
that
Hulk.
position, almost stock still for the most part. It's not wandering around. It seems like it's there as a sentry. Every now and then, it wiggles its mouth and makes that moaning sound that you heard from out there. As of now, just from the door there, it hasn't detected you, it doesn't seem like.
My God, it's a beautiful creature.
It is. That's very cool.
That is awesome.
I drew that.
No, you didn't. I've seen your drawings. I remember Over the Edge.
So it's a sentry. Is it like right in the middle of the room? It's not guarding either of the other doors that appear to be on
It
the map?
is right in the middle of the room, yeah.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, we close the door
Yeah.
quietly.
Kinda
Reconnoiter a little.
I agree. So we know what's
Right.
in there.
It's this amazing creature that I want to turn into my pet.
Okay, so we can't get
But
to
it's actual size, by the way.
we can't get to the small area there behind
Right,
the
not
curve.
without going through that, yeah.
Yeah. So we backtrack and go through the western door.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. This one is off its hinges in maybe by the same thing that shifted the outer room. These floors didn't seem to have tilted as much. They've got a slight tilt to them, not as tilty as the entry room that you came in through. This wooden door, though, has it seems like it was shattered off of its hinges some, and so it hangs partly open.
All right, let's peek around it.
Okay, here you see that within the room, it's a mirror of the size of the other room with that sentry in it. It doesn't have a sentry in this one. However, the walls on the opposite side, unlike the other room, seem to have collapsed into some rubble, and lying in the middle of the room are two plinths with bodies on them, strangely non-decayed. Though they must have been here for a great long time. They seem to be warriors, and on closer inspection, they have axes in their heads, each of them.
Jeez. Any sign of blood?
There is no sign of blood now, dried or actively running or otherwise. The plinths rise up off the ground, and actually you see... Well, that's about all you see, I'll say, for now.
Ooh, should we discern reality here?
Try it, yeah. I think this
Okay.
is what we want to
I
do.
think that should be you.
This
And are you
appears to
doing
be,
this from the door frame, or are you going in and looking around, which would be more effective?
I intend to go in and look around.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm going to take my chance that there's not a trap here. We'll see how it goes. So 2d6 plus 2, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
5.
that's bad.
You discern no reality, but reality discerns you. So leaning in, looking around, you get too close to these things, maybe, who can say? And all of a sudden, at the same moment, each of the axe head guys rises up off their plinth, suddenly aware of their surroundings, roar angrily, and each of them lunges toward one of you.
Here are the zombies.
That zombie's packing quite a lot in his pants there, I'd just
Well.
like to say.
Did you also draw this, Rob?
Morning wood, yeah. Sorry, I didn't have time to ink it, but yeah. The only armaments they seem to carry are lodged firmly in their skulls, but the passage of time has given them rending claws, which they shriek and attempt to claw you with. And Tommy, one of them is charging toward you, claws outstretched. What do you do?
Charging towards me. Oh,
Mhm.
great.
That's what we want.
I think it's got to be. Do I have enough distance to get off a arrow with my ragged bow?
Yes, you can get a
Okay,
shot
so
out.
I will
before it gets
do
to
that.
you.
Is a volley, I believe. So that will be.
True.
Is it 2d6 plus my dex?
Plus your dex.
Oh, okay. Everything is 2d6, right?
It's always 2d6 plus modifier. Yep. Except for damage rolls.
Right. 2d6 plus 2. 14. That is
Okay.
double sixes. Do I
Wow.
get
Okay.
bonus
God.
points for that?
You don't, but you get the 10 through 12 result. In
First
Monster of
you
the Week,
Dungeon
you can
World.
get 12 plus. So on 10 plus, you have a clear shot, deal your damage. So you have no negative consequences.
Oh, and
So
my damage. Oh, that's just my D8. That's what I have for
that's your
damage.
D8 as a thief. Yep.
Okay. 5.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
Okay. So it thuds into the torso of this creature and
I
it
believe it
shrieks
thunks.
a horrid cry. And stumbles a little bit and tries to square itself. It's in melee range now, but you've slowed its attack now.
All right.
And Harold, the other one is closer to you. What are you doing?
I was hoping to try and finish off the one that was going after. Is it possible for you to like kind of shift to the side and try and knock down Axe guy that was going after Tommy?
Sure, you can do that. You might well expose yourself to the other one's attack, though, along the way.
We'll do that. I still gotta save my blood brother.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
All right, and hack and slash is 2d6 plus strength, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Oops, I should stay here.
Oh my goodness, I'm rolling awful. That's not good.
That is a 4. Okay.
That's kind of a terrible result.
Yes, so you fail to get there in time. You would have, honestly. You were turned and charged, but the other creature grabbed you with one claw and slashed across your back, pushing you forward with the other and dealing damage to you.
Ooh, do not want.
Oh, Jesus, for 1 damage, 1 measly damage.
I'll take it.
But did either of you start with armor?
Yes. I am wearing well, not wearing. I have a wooden shield for +1 armor, so I don't even take any damage. Is that right?
No, you don't.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, no, you could have turned back and held off the claw with it. Okay, yes. So it grabs you, tries to whip you around to get a full-on claw on you, but you manage just in time to get your shield up in front of your face before the horrible, wretched claws dig into you.
Horrible claws. All right.
1 point of damage.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Should have been worse. Oh, how many rolls have you failed, Damon?
2.
Okay, for each time you 2 through 6 a roll, you get an experience point.
Oh, that's right. Monster of the Week.
Yeah. And Colin, you had 1 as well.
I had a 5,
believe.
yeah. So
Yep.
I get.
So
an
yeah, you get an
experience
XP.
point.
Yep.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Well, it doesn't
is
really
it
work in
or is it
turns and
zombie turn?
initiatives.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you guys always roll though. Because I roll their damage, but you always make the rolls. But now a zombie is in melee range. You won't be able to pull and get an arrow off, at least at this range. And it is actually leaping at you to tackle you and bring you to the ground and
Okay.
claw you at its leisure.
I have a question with my combat roll. What about my starting moves? How many moves am I allowed? Am I just allowed the combat roll, or can I possibly apply some serpent's tears to this thing and then take my roll? That's not possible.
Oh, no. Yeah,
That would be two quite
kind
of
of
involved
but it's
things.
dramatically interesting.
Oh yeah, I was
about
actually going to
this?
put it on. I was actually going to smear it on Harold's zombie because he looks like the dice are not favoring him this evening.
Okay. So here's what I would say you're doing. You're probably trying to defy danger to apply this thing to it without getting hurt as it's attacking you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I kind of wanted to stab it too, but
Okay, that would just be a straight up hack and slash if you're trying to stab it without getting stabbed.
okay, I know. I will do the defy danger by getting out of the way or acting fast, okay?
Mhm.
So that'll be dexterity. And while I'm doing that, can I then smear some of my serpent's tears on it or Harold's one? It
Sure.
would probably make more sense if it was just it because it's the closest one to me, right?
Makes sense.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt a defy danger roll and use one of my serpent tears on what the hell? I'll do it because it's narratively interesting on Harold's one. Because he's up next. So it is 2d6 and it's dexterity. So 2d6 plus 2. Fuck. 5 I
Okay.
meant, not fuck.
That's a 5. Okay. So you are able to get your flask of serpent's tears out, but before you can even pour it, as you're trying to break away from yours and go to Harold's, the thing grabs you and slams you to the floor,
Damn it.
dealing
Okay.
damage.
And I still lose my.
You don't
lose
lose
my
the serpent's tears, though. No.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Good God. And your consequence is 1 point of damage. Because
Haha.
all I can roll are ones.
Missed both my legs. Okay.
So you just it slams you to the ground, stuns you a little, but you managed with your thiefly wiles to
Yep.
roll with it a little and not take too much damage.
I take a 1, so I'm down to 17. Okay.
But your guy is now going to try to slam down with claws, and that's what you see, Harold. You've pulled away from yours that slashed your shield harmlessly, but Tommy is face down on the floor with the claws going toward him. What are you going to do?
Oh, I mean, protect Tommy. I wonder if this is one of those. Do I still want to hack and slash, or is it defend? Yeah, I guess it's got to be hack and slash. That's my best option.
So you're going to charge in and take it on. Okay.
Yep.
So roll plus your strength.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
And did you mark XP on that?
I've got 2
column?
failures, so.
I did not.
column.
So 2 XP.
Oh my
Holy
goodness!
shit! Okay.
Another terrible roll.
Another
All
XP.
rolls in a row. That's another XP.
Wow.
6.
Okay. So you don't get there in time, and the horrible thing slashes your poor prone buddy
Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm so pathetic.
for
Ouch.
4 points. And you feel like a cold chill in your blood as the claws go into you
Ooh,
and
like a
hit
white.
you for 4
Hey,
points.
don't rub it in.
The 2 creatures stand in for a moment and howl in celebration at this before they try to square up with you again. But it gives you a brief breather to figure out what you want to do. And you are able to hop back up if you want to, Tommy.
Well, I guess they're not surprised, so I can't do a backstab, can I? No.
If you could figure out a way to outflank them, you could do that.
Well, I
or
figured
have
they
your
were
buddy take them on.
they were high-fiving each other and such, so I figured, I'll take the
Oh, they're
opportunity.
not defenseless though. They still have their
Yeah.
eyes on you.
Okay. I'm just gonna I guess just go with the hack and slash here, which is not my greatest thing, but when in Rome, that's
Okay.
a -1
Ooh.
because it's my strength, but on my guy, that's a 9.
Okay. So that is a hit
Yep.
with a 9. So hack on 7-9. You deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you. Okay. So first, go ahead and deal your and are you hitting the one that you arrowed earlier?
Yes. So
Okay.
that's just 2 damage. Boo.
2 damage. Okay, these guys are not super strong. Yeah, it staggers back. It is now clearly quite wounded.
It's only wounded. Doesn't it know it's in an introductory scenario here?
But it deals damage back to you with that 9. Ooh,
Oh, for
there's a
God's sake.
6. Okay,
That's me done.
it's
No,
you're dead.
I'm just
No, you're not. This isn't Dungeon
I'm
Crawl
just-
Classics.
I'm just
Ah.
kidding.
So it slaps you, backhands you, offended, and sends you spinning back away from it.
Wow.
Okay, and that's gotten the attention back on the 2 of you. The 2 creatures now, the one sent him spinning away, and the other one, Tommy, is trying to pursue. It smells the blood or something on Tommy and is chasing after him.
Yeah, get that one. Get him. We're gonna try again. Jiminy, one of these times I've got to connect.
This
There we
time,
go.
10.
10.
Okay, you are hacking and slashing. Okay, now you have an option on the 10 plus hack and slash. You can deal your damage as normal. You can deal your damage with an extra D6, but expose yourself to the enemy's attack.
Extra D6.
Okay. So, and what is your base damage
D6.
for Druid? So you've got 2d6 of damage coming at him.
Here it comes. I'll roll to both of them. 8 points of damage.
Nice.
That
Not
was
bad.
the unwounded one, and you catch it from behind. What weapon did you take?
A spear.
A spear. Okay. Ooh, and you've got a great range. Okay, so you, Tommy, you are sent spinning back toward the wall. You shake your head clear to see this horrific thing charging at you, and then a spear pierces through it, and it collapses down to the ground, howling with rage.
That's what I like to hear. A good old rage howl
Mhm.
from the point of my spear.
The other one now freaks even louder, shakes itself, and runs forward toward the both of you. Actually, no, in revenge, trying to get to the one who just slayed you know.
Very dead.
Oh no, this is the wounded one. I'm sorry, the one that just backhanded Tommy now makes a desperate run at you for that offense you have done against his companion. And Tommy, this thing is charging headlong at Harold.
Okay, do I have enough distance to get an arrow off?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
you could
then.
step back a bit and shoot an
Yeah,
arrow.
that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be 2d6 plus my
Plus
dex.
2.
That is a 14.
All right, that will be a
Nice.
full-on hit.
Wow.
So roll damage.
Kathunk, kathunk.
And do I get any bonus for that for a 12?
No,
or
that's
are
so
we-
on volley. If you have 7 through 9, you have to do things like give up your good position, expend extra ammo. But with a 10 plus,
I would
you
think
just
for a
straight up deal damage.
sweet double 6 on that, I would have got something. But
Robin Hooded
however,
him.
just
No.
D8. D8. 1.
1, but
How
Ah.
disappointing.
that was just enough to finish it off.
Ah,
Excellent. Take
Like you
that.
could see these things had like moldering remnants of leather armor on, but it wasn't really functioning as armor. So it now goes down in a heap next to its buddy.
Yeah, right.
there we go.
Now that they are off those plinths, you see that actually the plinths have stone lids on them.
Oh, the other room had open boxes. I'm certain there's no chance that there's anything harmful in those boxes. So let's just open them up.
Okay, yeah, shifting, they're stone, so it takes a little work. You don't need to make a strength roll. Nothing else is attacking you. You're not working under pressure. So with a little time and leverage and prying, you are able to scrape them. They're not attached. They're just the weight is holding them on.
Mhm.
And you slide them off. And inside each of them is a burial good, torque, one of those big
Yeah.
necklace-y things.
Yep. I'm Irish. I want the torque.
Oh yeah. Each of the plinths, and you think, the stands. Each of them have one of those of like carefully wrought silver in them, with lots of what you'd read as semi-precious stones buried in them as part of the honor for whatever these these axe head guys were.
Yoink.
Yeah, yoink. We one each. We take them.
All right, and put them on.
No.
No.
Ridiculous. Well, you take us for fools?
Do you at least taste them?
So torque. Torques are for licking, not for wearing. Okay.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a torque?
Depends. It's leather or bronze. Okay, so we get a torque each, a jeweled torque.
Mhm.
Jeweled
Not cursed.
Question
All
mark.
right.
Definitely not cursed.
So I think let's leave it at one encounter and say this was our whole adventure. And you guys can, and just to look at another part of the rules, you guys can go back out into the woods that your druid knows are fairly safe and make camp. So you can settle in to rest. You can do so I could be mean and make you take watch rolls to see if you're attacked by anything. But I think just for our first thing, you can go out, you can recover in rest and in comfort and safety, and after a day of rest, you recover all your hit points.
I got to do that. I'm down to 7.
Oh, you're down to 7, so it
geez.
would be
Yeah.
a good idea for you to make camp. So, did you guys have rations?
I do not need to eat or drink.
Oh, that's right. You don't need to eat.
Oh, Dungeon and Dragons. I do. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So you would mark off one of those.
Yep.
To mark this, basically spending the night or day, however you want to slice it, in camp, in the woods. The druid we can assume find you a safe spot there.
Yep.
So now we'll do our end of session actions. End of session. We ask, let's see. First, we look at each of your bonds. Did you resolve a bond, meaning it's completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise? Probably not after our
I
first
don't think
mini
so.
session. Yeah.
No.
Then we have 3 questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes. Everything we learned was new and important.
I mean, technically that's true from the metagaming standpoint, but probably not really.
No.
I think probably not. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
I would
I'm
think
going to
so.
say for first level characters, I think we could say that just for fun.
Oh, okay.
After all, you nearly died.
Yeah, that's true.
And did we loot a memorable treasure?
Oh yeah,
I think the pair of torques.
Jewel
are
torques,
memorable.
dual torques are not to be sniffed at.
Yeah, that
So
torque
for
me up.
each yes, everyone marks an XP.
So that's 2 XP. Okay, that's good.
So that's 3.
And
2
then,
more XP. Okay.
Yep. To level up to any level, you take your current level plus 7. So you would need 8 XP to level up to level 2. Which I don't.
I have
even
4.
for all people rolling,
No.
I don't think you're quite there yet.
Although
No.
I'm closer than you think.
Yeah, I know. You had a lot of failed rolls there.
Yeah.
So what's the formula again? level up?
Current level plus 7.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah. So
I say that. I have at every game we play. I know, but
I know. Well, there's a lot of good games. Yeah.
Is
A lot of good
level?
games.
Oh, sorry. Was it level plus 7 or 8?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Level
I only
plus
need
7.
I only need 3 more experience points.
Wow.
Just one more session, I'm going to be leveling up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I need 3 more. How about you? 4 XP?
I 5.
5, yeah, because you must have more than me.
I was
Yeah,
terrible.
and of course, as the game goes on, what determines did you overcome a notable monster or enemy? Obviously,
Yeah,
that will expand as you go
Yeah.
on.
I think we should run this. I really do, because I know you've run it before, so you've already got scenarios in your head that you can run. You've clearly got maps, so
We've got maps.
I mean, if
I've
you'd
got
be up for running
creatures.
it, I would.
Sure. Well, and this is one where it can be like, which 3 or 4 people are here today? Brent's in. He can make a character and join
very
you two.
good, yeah.
Or if we have everybody, we could play Dune. But it can be we don't have to have everybody.
Because this could be quite kind of
every
story/campaign driven, or it could just be throw
pick
people
up
in a dungeon.
Dungeon of the Week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff
like it.
for undertaking a perilous journey. When you return to a town, you can carouse, get stuff. You can recruit help.
I like it. I like it a lot. What do you think of it, Damon?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. It's bueno.
And it's pretty loosey-goosey, with the action scenes. It's not supposed to be everybody does an initiative. You go, they go, you go, they go. It's supposed to be cinematic. So, your buddy's is prone on the ground and about to get stabbed. What do you do?
Yeah. It's Monster of the Week. Well, it's predates Monster of the Week, but yeah. So, yeah, forget about that, because that's what the whole thing in Monster is too. It's just you got to shift your head out of the hole. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not Dungeon Crawl Classics. It's this cinematic movement thing. Yeah. It's what plays cool and go with that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's this Powered by the Apocalypse thing, which is kind of hard to wrap your head around, but it's really
it's a different
loose
mindset.
It's really loose and fun. Yeah, but it's hard to especially when you're in a dungeon, being a druid and a thief.
Yeah.
To disengage from 40 years of how things should be done.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah. And don't forget you could shapeshift, Damon.
Yeah. I didn't want to try it out this time.
That makes sense.
I've always wondered about getting the book for this, and I think I will definitely pick it up now.
It's the physical book is not crazy expensive even.
No, I've seen it. I've seen
$25 it looks like at Time Board.
Yeah. I might pick it up or I might just get the PDF. I like it.
And again, it's a fun read too.
The other ones. Cam and Brent are gonna love it. So, I like it a lot.
Cool. All right, we can do this as one option.
I know it's yet another, dungeon delve, but however, there ain't nothing
and that's
wrong
the key
with
is trying to
dungeon
make
delves.
it feel different. Yeah.
So, this was a lot of fun. The fact that we got this in an hour and 19 minutes, less than probably an hour and 15 minutes we've been playing this.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
From character creation to whacking
a little exploration and a fight.
Yeah.
And a trap avoidance.
Yeah. Good fun. Really good fun. I like it.
Thank you, Rob.
Cool.
Yeah,
thanks
a lot.
guys. Yeah, it was fun to pull this back out.
Better than I thought it would. So I didn't think it would be as satisfying as it was. That was good stuff.